Good evening there, friends, and welcome to the Soviets and the Republic's Workers' Resources and the Petroleum Prefecture, number 2. Yes, I decided to revisit this place. This is a map on the Steam forum that comes with a scenario that goes thusly. You have been appointed as governor of the region of Krasnoyarsk by the central government in Moscow. Your main objective is to reorganize the oil production in the plains and explore the possibilities of extracting the rich ore deposits in the mountains to generate urgently needed foreign exchange. Your main challenge will be the minimal infrastructure in this remote area. Yes, indeed. The river will be the backbone of your transport system, since the Samwampi taiga and steep mountains are no easy ground to build extended road and train networks. Right, you will start with a small oil production already in place and some more basic infrastructure such as few small ships and small harbors. Moreover, the government has assigned 3 basic goods you will need for your mission. Good luck in Siberia, you'll need it. And this is quite an old map from the Steam workshop at this point. Heating did not exist, seasons did not exist, and so on back then. So I had to come in and redo a few bits, which means for a basic starter thing here that we can use to get going, I now have 346,000 rubles and $487,000 and not a whole lot to show for it. Since I think when I loaded this map up, 26 buildings were deleted, which or something, so I had to build a aggregate harbor, damned expensive thing, and a little shop. There are fewer sellers than required without people standing around here. Not good, we'll have to expand. But so this is the town. I had to prepare then, yes, the aggregate unloading. So we'll get gravel, since there is not a goddamn rock around this place that I was able to find anyway. Not anywhere near here, so we need to import gravel. Regrettably, had to buy a ship for that. That was 250,000 rubles. It leaves us very little to work with. What we do have is an enormous amount of oil. Sort of within reach. Some of it is already being extracted. Here. I put into this tank, and then there's a few trucks going back and forth. Right, and so there's plenty of oil if we want it, but to get to the iron, look, there are lots of iron, yeah, lots of iron. How does it look over here where the iron is? It's not really accessible, no. Say in here, in this valley, like here, there is supposed to be iron. Now, iron, was that really what we need to? I think that we need to focus on other things rather than iron at the moment. Yeah, but for future, here, for example, is a very good source of iron. Let's just put that there. Maybe we'll come back to it someday. Because to get our own steel, we'd have sort of need our own iron, and then our own coal, and that is probably very far away, conveniently located. Iron, coal. Yeah, that's on the other side. I seem to remember this now. That's on the other side of the map. For the moment, we are very modest oil pumper and things. What is lacking from this to get going? We sort of need. I mean, the heating did not exist when this map was like that, but we also have to contend with crime. Now, here, so I think I found something on the Steam workshop, something that is a bit smaller than the game provided prison and judging system and so on. Since that's quite large, I feel a bit overkill for this humble thing. The most basic though is that we need to get people into better homes, because this is awful. Quality of flats 21%. They're getting really, really, really unhappy. unfortunately, and that's no good, basically. That's real bad. In fact, 21% quality of flats. So, I think we begin by getting them, a more decent place to live. Sort of. Can we get them started on this? What's going to happen? What are you going to complain about? If you try and build this is not finished. No, that's your job. Asphalt plant can't produce asphalt. You can't produce concrete. That is to be expected. You don't have any gravel needed, but you apparently don't realize you have some gravel somewhere. Apparently we have a bit of gravel. Where is that? Oh, there is a small aggregate harbor here. I did not see that. So this was perhaps unnecessary. It could have been. I mean that we have fuel in there. We could move the fuel over to the new harbor then. With this truck that had a lot of things in it. Wait, save, and then Control H to clear the list of the things that this vehicle does, but also send it to depot, which can crash the game if it doesn't have a depot. But now it was at the depot, so it ought to be fine. There you go. You go there and you load up on the fuel, and you put that into the new harbor instead. The new aggregate harbor, which wasn't maybe not quite needed. When it all came around to it. Where are you going now? You're going to refuel. Yeah, the roads here are going to need a little bit of work too. I think. Cement. Concrete. I bought the wrong thing. This is not what we need. We need a cement truck. Not the concrete thing. Cement. Dry bulk tank. And you go to the cargo harbor because there ought to be a ship coming with cement. You can wait until loaded, until further notice. I go to the concrete factory and I wait until unloaded. That will be very good. This will come to good use, I would imagine. We can put it at the construction office, apparently. That's all good. Now, I'm not quite sure that we actually stand a chance here with this very, very small capital. How much stuff do we have laying about? What are the rules for the play? Everything is on hard, I think, including crime and justice. We could just check just to make sure. That turns itself off when you enter this menu sometimes for some reason. Unsatisfied citizen reaction is indeed hard. We have all the energy management, moving sound. It's not really a difficult thing. It's more like a look. It looks nice. Normal building fires, yes, because this is just insane. This when you get ways in the game with frequent fires. It's just that you don't need more fire infrastructure to deal with it. It's just more annoying, and you get more pop-ups about it. The global events, yeah, sure, we enable those. The vehicle, pollution, crime, education, complex, and crime and justice is enabled. So, right, about that, yes, police station, housing. How did we end up? Yeah, I think that we need. How important is this police station thing? And what happens if they don't have it? How long time will it take before we end up in a death, crime, ridden spiral of doom? That's what I'm trying to say. Here. Yeah, apparently bring in workers from the street. Get citizens? No. Well, we will get citizens, but we will get them locally. We will move people around. That's one of the rules. No import of citizens. We have what we have, and that's why it's so important to get them over to better living conditions here as soon as possible. Though it's going to take a little while because we don't have any gravel. Yes, but cement, the cement truck, did I get that in motion? And what did I do with the other one? I put that there. Yeah, I think that we're going to take it easy. You're apparently going here to... You went with a little bit of clothing. From there to there, maybe. Still not enough sellers. How hungry are you people? We really need this many. You don't have that many people, I tell you. This, I don't think that we need. I thought for a moment that maybe we should have them dedicated to go to the concrete and asphalt plant, but at least for now, since we don't have any gravel, nor bitumen, nor cement, there is little use of it. And since we don't have that, not a whole lot is going to happen with this place. That means that there's really no use for any workers to come here, neither at the moment. No. Construction office, what's your problems? You can't produce asphalt and that. But yeah, we had gravel, right? We could take... Where did you get your gravel again? Should we steal some gravel out of here? Out of here? For the cement. Only 300. It depends on where the boat is, where the ship is with the new thing, with the new gravel. Yes, you're on your way. How far have you got? You're soon here. Very good. Is this working? Maybe. It's all very slow since we're on these mud roads. Anyway, you're on your way. Very good. We'll soon have gravel for cement and asphalt. Then we'll be able to take care of this. Our children going to school, yeah. But the temperature in the building is too low. You'll have to make do. I'm sorry, it's the 22nd of April. You will have to make do this year without heating. I promise you. To come autumn, we'll have. Actually, we could. Heat is one of the things that we could provide. Come to think of it, because you see. Thing that we do, oil, if anything. I have the heating plant here should take raw petroleum. Yes, it does. If there's anything that we have, it is raw petroleum. So why don't you go there, say, and load raw petroleum, and then go to the heating plant and unload it. We don't need to keep a huge amount in stock for the moment, maybe. A little bit. We have to think small. 762 people. I don't know if I go to 0, do we import people or is it game over? Depends. Not willing to maybe certainly for certain commit to such an action. We'll see. Hotel. I commit to game over if we reach 0 citizens. It says as the notice of the citizens' happiness being too low pops up. Very good. Yeah, it's only a matter of getting the gravel in, and pretty soon you'll have heat. Right. All the related vehicles. There's a cistern truck coming at all of 26 kilometers per hour. They give you that as not a lot, but still, it is coming. It has 13 tons of oil. That will keep the town warm and cozy for the rest of late spring. As it is. They want hot water, I suppose. That would be nice, I guess. Wonder, yeah, that's a new app. They have really. I'm all over the place. Yeah, should we focus on the thing? Maybe that's in front of us. Yeah, but I just want to say about about this coming feature in the game, water and sewage system. They have recently posted about on their development blog page. And it wasn't quite clear. It was about fresh water supply. I will have to bore wells and get the water out, and depending on how polluted it is, we had to add a differing amount of chemicals in relation to how polluted the water is to make it into drinkable, potable water for the citizens. Anyway, that begs the question: what to do? Will they require hot water as well? And will that put an extra strain on our heating infrastructure here? Or that's what I want to get to. Heating water up takes a whole lot of that, so they'll. It will probably only be an increase to the energy usage. It will probably not be that a house has both a cold water tank and a hot water tank. That would be a bit much even for the Soviet Republic. Maybe, but it would be impressive and cool to see. Do we get smoke out of the chimney of this place? No. We have no workers. We have to invite some workers to go here. If we do... Is it money? It should not money. Yes. It's here. Yes, we have stopped buying for rubles for a while. That's good. That means no funny business that I'm not aware of should be going on. The happiness is too low. I know. It is right here. Yes, but you could start unloading even. I'm sorry that you're low on fuel, but you could start unloading. Maybe. Anyway, we'll bunker you up. Don't worry. For your next trip. You did not... we cannot take the fuel out of here, it would seem. No. The fuel is coming in on the ship to this harbor. Where are you? Here you are. That's going to take a little time. Right, it doesn't work like that. We can't move the fuel from this useless harbor to that place. Could go there to unload the ship. Nah, too messy. Do this instead. Change it to brown. No, do this. This is what we do. We assign you to this place. Right, to the distribution office, and then do we have fuel anywhere laying about at the moment where we could get to it? Very much doubtful. Very much doubtful. 12 tons in the quite important power station, which is not being refueled. Yes, we have in the gas station. We can't get it out of there. We can't get it out anywhere until that boat makes it here. Interesting. Here then but we have fuel in the harbor. Say we were not going to run out until it gets here. No, but if we were to run out until it got here, we would be stuck in a death loop. Just couldn't get electricity to refuel the boat, and the boat couldn't unload its fuel to get the fuel into the power plant. No, but in a case like that, in an emergency, the Soviets we would have found a way to do that, a hose and some way getting it out. It's an emergency. Goddamn, that would not have been much of a challenge for the people here of Krasnoyarsk and the Petroleum Prefecture thing. Petroleum Prefecture, maybe I should think of a new name for it. Music machine, you are in a bad mood, it would appear. You force quit the crappy music application. Start it again. It doesn't want to play. Yes, it does. Maybe. Come on. She wanted to play. Good. And this is not the fuel ship. This is the ship with cement. That's also good. There should be maybe a cement truck waiting at the harbor. Yes, there is. Excellent. 38 tons of cement is all you only got 8.3 tons. I got a lot of food. Thanks, you should have gotten a bit more cement. It's going to require a little bit more, I think. I mean, does this count to... I'm not sure how that worked out. Next time we load you full. See if that works out better, because this doesn't quite add up now, does it? Or, well, maybe it does. Yes, it does add up. It's a small boat. Yes, then we need to dedicate a bit more of it for the cement, for future travels. But 53 tons out of 76, is that all? You can still carry 59 tons of food. $67. As you see, this is not affecting the cement thing, so I don't think... Oops. I see. I think I see. Carry only... No, not carry only this resource. I want food. I want meat. Please. Not that much. That's cement. Focus on that. For now. Yes, citizens' happiness is very low. I realize as much. Okay, we have the same funny issue here that you refuse to unload. But then it's not going to work out now, is it? Yes, it is. That's the Petroleum harbor. Now it's going to work out. Now I realize that, hey, there is petroleum available at the harbor. What are you doing? You're driving there. Okay, you? Why aren't you... Oi. Where have I told you to get fuel? I have not asked you to get fuel here quite yet. There. Get fuel. Unload. Fuel. Right, and this thing has like a lot of meat and a little bit of cement. The cement, why is that not getting unloaded? Because it still has not refueled the ship. Take it, you have to wait a while. Here, because it needs to... It has a lot of fuel to move. You should also unload fuel. It's already assigned, you see? What's the issue then? I try get you fuel. You don't want fuel. Is this one? Cargo harbor small too. No, it's not that one, but it is in here. Oh, you don't unload fuel here. So pardon me. There you go. Now you unload fuel there too, and keep them at 30%, 40%, say, for the time being. Did you realize that you have work to do now? No. And the cargo harbor small. The no pipe pumping station. Cargo harbor small. This one. Is it this one? Yes, I say that it is this one. We seem to have managed to unload fuel from it. Why isn't it... It had 200 tons when it came in. exactly we need. Got them pipe and an expensive thing. Do that. We just might. We have oil in both of these that we're going to continue selling. But we have to unload the fuel from this. You're telling me that really doesn't work like that. That you can go. We're going to have to try this out. Take this cistern truck and take it there. Go to load fuel from the ship, please. And go next doors and unload it. So that we can refuel that one. More importantly, this one. There are no liters of fuel in this one. This is not on the distribution center, you see. You might be yelling at the clouds. Here. I think it's going to work. Unload. No, it's not going. You should be going down there to load up on fuel, but never mind. We have the other one coming, maybe. Where is it? This one. Is that the depot? On quite a strange road. Yes, but it's coming. It's coming. But if this doesn't work, I'm sort of screwed. It did work. Okay, so it doesn't work with the distribution office for some reason, but it does work. Like so. How much of this stuff are we going to need to put into you before you agree to unloading things? You think? Not that much. You actually got full. It was you had 13 tons capacity, and that is what the tanker had as capacity. The other ship, it's going to require a bit more. It doesn't say. They empty away it a lot. I'd reckon that it is a lot. As I think we'll see if we can get gravel to the asphalt plant, and also cement for the cement factory. We have cement in the cement factory. Fantastic. And we have workers. That means that we could maybe have... We don't have gravel yet, you know. Alright, I recall. Because this is terrible. People are getting really unhappy. And I think the main reason really is that there are plenty of reasons. But the quality of the flats... It didn't used to matter that much, but I think it does matter quite a bit nowadays with the new game mechanics. Yes. We should maybe also, because if I keep the citizen grade reaction here at hard, they're going to leave. Pretty much all of them. Yes, they are. We could accept workers and passengers here. It will extend their walking range a bit. Nothing else. As a gravel ship, did you start unloading? No. They have not gotten any fuel. No. The dumper is going to the other place first. Stop that. For the time being, you need to focus on this one. 130. Now we started unloading gravel. Very good. I think you can continue doing this for the time being. No. We don't have an internal fuel storage, really. We need that. We need a tank. And for this thing to unload it, we have a tank. Yes, going to let this empty out of oil. That's not going to hold up, because until I get to that point, no. That's not going to work. This is full of bitumen, and that's, yeah, we need a place to put that too. Really. Come to think of it, that means that expensive stuff is required here. One of these. A pipe thing that splits. If we can get the road for it. Yeah. This is possible, but not like this maybe. No, and then there is something in the way. We have to remove a little bit of the road and then try again. This time it's going to work. Pipe up above, or down below for that matter, might even be. It's more expensive. Must go from input to output. What? What the hell is this then? Output, or yes, output. That's the one you want. This is for refueling this one. That doesn't have an output connection. I think I don't have the correct stuff then. Oh, then screw this expensive stuff. There we go. Yeah, screw that. Can't use the distribution office, unfortunately, as the asphalt plant has not gotten any bitumen. No. I need to get a by dumper here and take it manually from the harbor until we get any intermediate what? Gravel? No, bitumen. Bitumen. Oil tank. These cannot run out of money until we have all the vehicles that we're going to need. That would be bad. You go from there, you load bitumen, and you go to the asphalt plant and unload, and you cannot wait until you are unloaded, because that's hopeless. So what I have to do is we'll have to build one of these up here. That takes a bit of steel. Never mind the pipe. That was perhaps quite a poor place to put it. That's alright, I haven't put it there really yet. I'm just laying out the plans for it, and that did not cost anything. Did not. I broke the power line. Crap. Be more careful. Now this you cannot build, so you have to purchase it. That's impossible to build unless I had torn it down all the way to the substation. Maybe it would have been a good idea not to have it quite there, where the pipe has to go. Could have been. Some other infrastructure is in the way. I think something like that, and then over the road to the tank. Something like so. This could be. It's not going to work. Some other infrastructure is in the way. Would that be a road? Too sharp a turn? I don't think that this is going to work, you see. I think that we are just about, a couple of meters on the incorrect side of this actually working. That's not going to work neither. No. Too sharp of a turn. You either try this 7 more times, or you give up on it and move this a little bit. Also something that you could do. Removed a bit of road, and only the road this time, please, not the power line. Yes, we used the careful tool. Here we go. Yes. Too sharp. There is always a power line in the way here. Now remember, stupid person, there is actually, you can mirror buildings nowadays, so let's use that. That didn't help. I need the road. I want the road pointing that way, and I want an output this way. This will have to do then. Isn't this the way around you had it the first time around? I think so. This, if I don't, we can't, no auto purchasing. No, this should be possible to do. Now we have not gotten bitumen in there. What did you do? Oil? What the hell? You're going to... Wait. You're one of those. No, don't mind me. I don't know what I'm talking about, you know. I just know that the happiness is down to 25%, and I really should consider, to stand a chance, going to have to turn this down to reasonable for the time being. Yes. Without that, I'm pretty much screwed. Until we get the new apartment buildings up, the quality of flats is doing them so poorly, and what's with their health or something, their average. They're very old, they don't have many babies, and no, they're unhappy, and that's why they're not reproducing, because the difficulty level is set quite high. Oh, yes, we change a bit. Or have people already had time to die and such this year? Deaths, a few. Escapes are not doing well. 44 births, 148 escapes, 163. No, so 163 escapes. No, that doesn't add up. There's also a town here that I think is just dying off. 2 workers. It's not even worth trying to rescue these people. Or people living out here. No, I tried to find every single workplace. The way it works is, if you have, when the game is initially initialized, as long as people don't actually work, as in perform a work day, they don't really. They just go around in a slumber, and they don't do anything, and they don't complain about anything, and they don't really need anything, neither. But once they have done a work day, or tried to do a work day by standing at a bus stop or something, then you sort of have to account for their every single need. And I thought I had gone around to every single goddamn workplace and turned it off over there in that village. But it turned out there was a tiny bus stop that I had missed where they went. Yes, and I think that will have to be that for part 1. There will be a little break here, and it will continue in part 2. Yes, it was intended to be even shorter, but there we are. That's what happened. I think that most of the logistics are now fine. Yeah, see you in the next one. Thank you so very much for watching. Good night.